Welcome back to the BridgeSimton challenge, and we are here with the Honeyfields and their two children, Cecil and Marina. So I did make a little room for Cecil, and I put them in some cute little outfits, so they should be in good shape. Let's take care of our baby a bit, spend some time with her. I think that, you know, um, Rebecca, I was like, what's her name? Rebecca is very happy to have children now. They have a son and a daughter, and she's very pleased that their marriage is going pretty well lately, and they are not arguing, and they are just having a good time and have children, and their family is growing, and just everything is going really well. So, of course, I'm going to really mess things up. Anyway, so she also thinks that everything is going great and she has the soulmate aspiration. So we are going to have her and her husband try to get a little closer. I mean, look at how bad their relationship has gotten lately. And I think that um, they both are kind of dramatic. And we are going to roll for their drama for this one. So disaster and 10, the coup. I'm not doing that. So um, this is actually a death roll. So basically, what you have to do for this is just really, oh, something is always happening. So what you have to do for this is you roll to find out which member of the family will die. So I'll randomize a number between 1 and 4, and then you have to roll randomize between 1 and 2 to see if they were murdered or if they died of natural causes. And then you have to roll a d20 to see if if they got murdered, whoever murdered them gets caught. So I am not going to roll yet for which family member will die. I don't want to do that just yet. I want to spend some time with them and work on their aspirations and everything. So he is still working on the painter extraordinaire aspiration, and she again is soulmate. So they're on a date right now, and it's going pretty good. They are definitely improving their relationship with each other. I think that they are just trying to spend some time together and figure out how to move forward. I don't know. I think that both of them are in denial about there actually being any problems in their relationship. I think they feed off the drama. So they are going to just continue to go out on dates and be so in love and then be hot tempered and then go back and forth. And it'll just really be something. So there's that. And I'm going to pick this baby up and put her right there. We're going to play with her, do some tummy time. She is so cute. Oh my gosh, look at that little girl. Okay, so they are both really happy about having their children, and I love Cecil. He is so cute, and we are doing really good with our painting career. And yeah, so let's have Cecil play with his little sister. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. There are so many cute interactions with the infants. I love it. They are so cute together. Although, if you cheat their needs, then they get upset because they haven't slept and stuff. But they don't need to, but they haven't. Anyway, so we are going to continue to do that. He has work in 1 hour. We'll probably go out again later. This video is a little shorter than normal because I do have to take some time off of the end in order to and we also started in the middle of Monday because of that whole thing with the university stuff pushing us back. But also I have to take some time at the end to go around to each household to get them ready for the debutante ball. So that is why um, I need a little bit of time because I have to have them join the clubs together, and then also have them. I have to give all the women titles so that they can be invited to the debutante ball. Usually only noble ladies debut, but I'm saying that because now there's 2 noble ladies. I guess there's only 3 ladies total, but maybe Duke Francis vouched for Selena so that she could debut with the other girls. So that's what our 3 ladies are going to get out of it. He is also getting creatively burnt out. Not good. And okay, so we are going to once again go out on a date with these two, but actually we're going to go to the theater because it is a museum in game and he needs to look at 3 paintings in a museum, so I figured we might as well go here for our date so that he can look at stuff and get his aspiration and her aspiration working at the same time. So that's what's going on here. And he is just enjoying that look. And I knew he was going to get jealous. She's literally just talking friendly to someone, and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Look at his face. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they are just doing their usual thing of getting upset with each other for no reason. Let's go sit together and watch the play. Obviously, they do not get a box because they're just upper middle class, but they do have enough money to get some pretty good seats. So we'll sit them in the front. Well, they chat with each other and we work on their date stuff and also work on trying to get their relationship into a good place because they're a mess. And yeah, so they are going to just try and get like on better terms with each other. I mean, they probably don't think they're on bad terms with each other, but we can see in the bar that they are kind of so. And she wants to be married to her best friend, so that isn't going to happen unless we get their friendship up a bit. So let's go home. And I was thinking maybe we'll do it tomorrow. So during their date, Rebecca was just kind of talking about how, it's a lot with the 2 kids. The butler is a help, but he has his regular duties, and maybe they need to hire a nanny. And so they were thinking about hiring a nanny. And he kind of goes, oh, you know what? I know the perfect person for that. I'm sure you could see where this is going. So we are going to invite Bridget and um, Levi's illegitimate child, Leah, to come live with us in order to quote unquote help around the house. Oh, yeah. That is definitely going to cause some problems. I love it. So, we are also going to be using that for our storyline, whatever happens. So, I wanted to invite her to, I was already planning on inviting her to move in, but I wanted to do that before we roll for the death roll because if Levi dies, then I'll have no reason to bring her here. So, I wanted to bring her here first. And if he dies, maybe we'll have her contest, inheritance or something for her daughter. But, anyway, we have to get their friendship up a bit because if we don't get their friendship up, he can't ask her to move in. So we're just doing that really quick while Rebecca is feeling a little insecure and jealous. Ooh, she wants to be his girlfriend. So she basically, they have been seeing each other and she's like, look, I want you to take our relationship more seriously, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, I don't know who dressed this kid. It wasn't me. So he basically says, don't worry, I told you I would take care of you and Leah. And so he asked her to move in, but he tells her, he's like, look, my wife can't find out about us because, divorce wasn't a huge thing at the time. And so there's that. And I just rolled a 3 and then so I rolled a 3 and I was thinking because I was doing 1, 2, 3, 4 for our family and then I was like, should I have so 3 would be Cecil originally. But now 3 is Rebecca if we include these people in our family. So I wasn't really sure what to do there. They do get murdered, so I was like, well, obviously Bridget is gonna murder her. And I feel like it would make more sense for Bridget to murder Rebecca because, that's the wife and she wants to take her place and all of that stuff. But I just couldn't decide because I feel like I could make an argument either way. I feel like, and the thing that kind of made me realize that I wasn't sure was that they do roll to get murdered and the murderer does roll to get caught. So regardless of whether she kills Rebecca or Cecil, she's not staying in this household because she gets caught and she gets to jail and she gets, so um because of that, it doesn't really matter who she kills because it's not like she can replace Rebecca. So what I did was I rolled again and I said Cecil or Rebecca and I rolled a 1, so Cecil will be dying unfortunately. This is, a trigger warning for child death and and murder and gore and all that stuff. Not gore for the child, gore for an adult. So just in case that makes you uncomfortable. So Bridget will poison little Cecil. Oh, I loved Cecil. I'm so sad about it. Um, so she is just not a good person. I think she probably thinks that if she can get rid of the heir, that her child will be able to, she'll be able to get some money and her child will be able to get some money. So that's what she's thinking. And so she killed him, but nobody knows yet that she killed him. Of course, we did roll for her to get caught, so that will come a little bit later. But we have poor Rebecca and Levi just lost their child. It's very, very upsetting. And that was their heir. Um, I mean, it's not like they were nobility or anything, so it's not like so horrible that they only have a daughter, but um, still. Anyway, so we have him just, working through his pain through painting. That was his son. And it's important to a man in this time period to have a son. And the gnomes hate everyone, so there's that. Also, um, since she came here, Rebecca and Bridget have not been getting along, obviously. They have been arguing with each other and they do not have a good relationship. And I think Rebecca kind of sees that there's something not going on, but she sees that Bridget is definitely hostile towards her and she's suspicious of that. Anyway, it's Harvest Fest, so we are going to again cook the grand meal, and I think Rebecca is the only one left who has anything to do for Harvest Fest anyway. But let's have Levi kind of talk to her. I mean, she's so sad, and he's just gonna, he's gonna be thankful, and he's gonna be thankful for her. And I think that this definitely, as much as it's horrible to say, I think that he is realizing that he needs to kind of step up because she's his wife. Like, that's his child. And he is kind of been acting very ungrateful for his family lately. So again, we have Bridget kind of being not so nice to Rebecca, and Rebecca kind of notices, like, she totally is suspicious of Bridget, so she's going to flirt with her husband and stuff, and Bridget is obviously jealous and angry about the whole thing, but she's just going to keep going and flirt with her husband. Like, she's a jealous sim too, so she kind of loves that she can make her claim. Anyway, Bridget is really mad. She pulls Levi aside and is like, "This isn't what I signed up for. I thought I was going to get to have a better position in this house as your mistress and blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "No, like, I don't even want you to be my mistress anymore. This just isn't working and I don't like it," and all that stuff. So they are going to fight with each other. And Levi actually loses. How funny is that? So they're going to fight with each other and he's going to be like, "You know what? Forget it. You got to leave. Like, you have to leave." And so she's so mad. She's so mad about it. She's actually going to come in here with little Marina all by herself in here, I guess with the butler who won't leave her alone. And so Rebecca actually walks in and finds her with the baby and she's like, "What are you doing? Stay away from my kid." Like, she's very overprotective, obviously, of Marina because her other child just passed. And so they are going to get into a fight. And Rebecca's basically going to, come on, can you beat her up, Rebecca? Can you? I don't know. I honestly don't know who wins. Oh, she does, but she's not evil. No, she's beating up this person who is a danger to her family. Oh, they're fighting again. I didn't even make them do that. Okay, so Rebecca won. Good for her. Anyway, so she basically admits that she killed Cecil in this fight because she's like, "I need to kill the baby too because then my daughter can get all of your money and blah, blah, blah." And she's just like totally lost the plot. Like, she really wanted to be a wealthy mistress and that's all she wanted, and she can't even get that because she messed it all up by everything. Like, she just tried to bite off more than she could chew in this situation to get more than she could get. Like, she could have easily lived there with her daughter and been taken care of, and maybe it wouldn't have been great, but it would have been okay, and it would have been better than life she was living before because her husband died, so it wasn't like, she wasn't around. Her husband actually got executed, so this is ironic. Both of these parents are going to get executed. um, so I'm just testing out all the torture devices, but I'm just waiting for morning so we can invite people over. For her execution, she did admit to murder, and she is a bad person. And obviously, Levi has his stake in this, but he's kind of getting off a little easy because, you know, she's a murderer. And also, while I think Rebecca knows that something was going on, I don't think she knows the extent of it. Maybe he'll talk to her about it a bit. I was trying to change this. What I'm so annoyed because it's like pick a community spot for a club gathering, but so many community like slots you cannot do a club gathering at. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's just invite a bunch of the people over. Let's use this guillotine, and this is your trigger warning for gore because this guillotine is much more than I thought it was going to be completely honest with you. So if you have to look away because it's happening. Here she goes. Slice. Yep. Oh boy. And that splat on the ground. Oh my gosh, is that supposed to be her head? No, it's in the bucket. So that splat is oh, okay. That was way more gory than I thought it was going to be completely honest with you. Um anyway, so there is her grave. Let's just mop that up because I can't even look at it. So, okay. So Bridget has been executed for the murder of young Cecil. That's what we rolled for. That's what we're doing. And he's going to come home and he's going to tell his wife, like, she was executed. It's all over. She was punished. And then Rebecca's just kind of like, well, what about her daughter that we have here? And Levi is basically so Levi knows that that's his daughter, his illegitimate daughter. So he's like, well, both of her parents were executed. We lost a child. Why don't we take her in and we can like raise her to be, a servant or whatever, and we can, do a good thing for a child who doesn't have anyone, and she'll be a good playmate for Marina, and she's innocent even though her mother was guilty and all this stuff. So Rebecca's kind of like, okay, that's fine, because that was kind of a thing that more upper class people did, was get a playmate for their child, and also, she'll be a servant. So that'll be okay. And so we'll see if later it comes out that she is indeed Levi's child, whether or not he takes responsibility for her, whether or not she's allowed to debut. I don't know any of these answers yet, but we will find out in the future. So that is pretty much wrapping up this part. Obviously, everyone is very sad about Cecil's death, including me. I'm so sad about Cecil's death. But this also gets us a lot of cool storylines we can do later because, obviously Rebecca is not super fond of Leah. Just, even though it's not Leah's fault, still she thinks of her deceased child and her child's murderer when she looks at Leah, and um, so she's not going to have a good relationship with her growing up. So that might be a good, kind of evil stepmother type of storyline, even if it's, got reasonable feelings behind it. And I'm trying to make them BFFs. But anyway, so not only that, but like, um, maybe Leah and Marina will go after the same guy. Maybe there'll be an affair. Maybe there'll be a problem. Who knows? So we'll just have to kind of see what happens in the future. I'm pretty excited about it, to be completely honest. And I hope that you are too. So that is where we're going to wrap up with these two actually doing pretty well in their relationship, which has been a total disaster from start to finish. And this was a lot. This was a lot of drama. This family is just the drama that keeps on giving because it's just so unexpected every single time. I'm like, wow, this is a lot compared to every other family. So I love the Honeyfields. And I'm just going to fix little Leah's outfits. And that'll be that. So I hope you enjoyed. In the next part, we will be starting the marriage market, which I am so, so excited for. And I hope you are too, because it's going to be awesome. So let's do it. And I will catch you in the next one.